climbing and stuff as well. But there's just so much stuff we want to do, but you got to be so careful and everything in. Brian, is loot still floating inside the office building? We had one building that was causing us problems.
Floating loot is the most epic, so make sure you grab it.
I think my motorbike helmet's ruined, so there's really no point in me keeping that. I'm going to grab some more bandages. And do I want to...
It's a cute shirt. It's a cute shirt. Oh wow, I'm turning into rags. That's awesome. I'm excited. So excited.
So we're going to be changing those little textual indicators as well. We're not really happy with them, but I discussed that last time. I'm trying to think of things I didn't tell people about last time. What's this?
When was the last stream? That was a couple weeks ago, right?
No, it was last week, I think.
Last week, okay.
If I find another player, there's a blood bag kit there. What the hell is that? Vitamins. They're quite useful, actually. Oh, so this is a good little find here. Oh, blood testing kit. Test my blood.
That's really cool.
Generic medical animation. I am B positive. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. I am B positive.
I'm A positive IRL.
Yeah, in real life I think I'm A positive as well. We're blood buddies.
Ooh, we could rub cuts together.
We could.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay.
And everyone's leaving the chat. Wow, what? There's one person saying something there I'm not going to repeat.
Oh no. Blood testing kit, that is so cool.
Oh, here, this is cool as well. So, gloves.
I like how your character feels extremely tired. So when you feel extremely tired, what happens? What do you have to do?
Actually, that stuff is, that stuff needs to be changed. It probably means my character's hungry, and maybe he's lightheaded because he's really thirsty as well.
Okay.
What the hell? Was this like a scope factory? I've already got one of those. God damn it. We're changing this as well so that military loot should only really spawn in military places.
Are there more than just northeast, northwest, and below for military?
Yeah, there's quite a few of these new big military camps, which are quite cool.
Hell yeah, that is awesome. And the swamp, that's still in, right? Because I thought that was awesome too.
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
Swamp's cool. The swamp is awesome.
I just got an M4.
Ooh.
I am going to...
Hell yeah.
Oh, we fixed up the reload animations. Well, we actually fixed up the whole gestures, which was great, because they were completely broken. This is actually the first M4 I've found in like normal DayZ testing, so kind of freaking out right now. What I want to do is find a player. I don't know where all the zombies are. Mildly disturbing. Maybe this is one of the towns that hasn't been configured for zombies yet. Maybe they're stalking me quietly.
The weapon looks cool. It looks really fluid and good in first person. It looks awesome.
Yeah, it's really hard for us to make it look good. Like, you play something like Payday where they have a separate first person like positioning and camera and all that from the rest of it. Whereas with DayZ, it's actually... see, I think a player's been through here. It's actually... Yeah, it's actually in its actual position. I said actually a lot there.
Actually, it wasn't that much.
Actually?
So if you have ammo in your inventory or just like in your pockets or wherever, and you need to reload, can you just hit R to reload, or do you need to go into your inventory and take that clip, put rounds into the magazine, and then load it? Or how does it work?
Yeah, so at the moment it does do that. Like Whoa, what the hell? Did you...
Ruh-roh.
Someone's stream sniping me.
I feel you on that one. I know how it goes.
I'm probably not being very tactical here. Tactical. Yeah, so you can at the moment, but I'm a little bit... we've got some problems with it because it uses traditional... The R button uses the traditional armor mechanics, so it can end up disappearing some of your magazines. Duct tape, always useful. Never know who you're going to need to tape up with that.
Lyric bomb.
Is Lyric there?
I think he's bombing the chat. He might be coming in.
Nice.
01 and 017, Mr. Lyric.
I'm eating my dinner at the same time as doing this. Multitasking.
So it's lamb and what else?
Oh, lamb, roast lamb, covered in balsamic vinegar glaze with...
Jesus.
What are these? Asparagus.
Mmm.
And corn on the cob.
That sounds alright. Sounds decent, I guess. That sounds amazing.
So someone asked about vehicles. With everything in this, we really want to just spend some time and do it properly with them. So that's going to be after post-alpha. I wish I had a... I'm not sure whether I've configured it for this scope to work on the M4 yet. No, I haven't.
Oh my god, I just realized my stream is in medium, not in source. Wow, it looks way better now. Holy
It does
crap.
look a lot better, and I'm currently all fuzzy because I've lost a bit of blood and stuff. And I feel faint. My character must be thirsty, maybe? Have some of these.
There's that. It seems like I mean, it's the same setting and whatnot, the same buildings and whatnot, but graphically the game looks to be it looks to be improved, like, quite a bit. How
It
did
has.
you guys go about doing that? Is it because it's the attack on helicopters? Or is it take on helicopters, rather, that you're using that
It's
engine?
mainly, we looked at Arma 3, and because Arma 3 is running, oh, this is cool, I can show you this. What the, another M4? Another one, really? So, Arma 3 is running DirectX 11, we're running DirectX 9, so we've had to use a lot of, I guess, trying to figure out how something's happening and all that kind of stuff to actually make it work properly. So, yeah, we've improved a lot of that stuff, fixing a lot of graphical glitches. We've got a programmer from the Carry Command team whose speciality is graphics programming, and he is the one who's going through and he's fixing nighttime now. So I'm really looking forward to what he comes up with.
Very nice. Very cool.
I am going to set up a gas cooker.
That is awesome.
Oh, check this out. Yeah, mountain backpack.
Cool.
Ah.
That's a lot of room. That's awesome. That's cool.
So a lot of people have said about the colors and all that kind of stuff. We're trying to add a lot of civilian stuff, and we are adding some semi-Western stuff as well, because we want some of it to be a little bit familiar. But we've also got a lot of plans for some very authentic Russian-y stuff, in case there's any Russians in the stream who get all upset that the liberties we're taking. I'm going to go somewhere safe. So the way we spawn stuff is actually dynamically done. Oh, a rotten kiwi. There is no such thing as a rotten kiwi.
Eat it.
I think I can actually get sick from that. I was going to, but...
A badly damaged rotten kiwi. Could nurse it back to health.
Yeah. I can't wait till we get the planting in. So that's coming in reasonably quickly after the alpha goes out. We've just got a few issues associated with that we've got to solve. So now I can attach the gas canister onto here. And I lost it. Great.
Womp womp.
Alpha. I don't know what's going on there. Is it? No, we don't have that many people on. What's the frame rate on the server, Brian? I'm kind of sad now. Like, I wanted to show you, and it's like gone. I don't know whether to hang around and wait and see if it comes back on, or well, I mean, I suppose it's a good advertisement. This is what you guys are signing up for. The magical disappearing whatever it was, camping stove.
Gas cooker.
Well, it looked cool.
I suppose in time we can learn to forgive you. Yes.
We'll just pretend that it got disappeared in the ground and disappeared. Yeah. Okay.
You buried it.
Yeah,
no
so
one else could have it.
Brian's just let me know that probably the reason that's happening is we've dropped below 10 FPS on the server. And basically when that happens, things go nasty.
Ah, okay.
So probably one of the optimizations I was trying didn't work. We've been trying a bunch of different optimizations and different things. This is a new structure, I think. Yeah, it is, like these little holding
that's
things.
cool. Yeah, that's new. So I don't know if it's okay to talk about, but people were asking about monetization. So what is the plan for the alpha release into the actual release of the game in terms of what people will be paying?
So it's just going to be the pay to buy it on the early access in Steam. So it will be a lot cheaper on early access. And then after that, you don't have to pay for it. And there'll be no like purchase items or anything like that.
That's awesome. Awesome. So they pay for the game once and they can play it whenever they want after that, as long as they can get online. Awesome. That is great to hear.
There's a lot of things that people will see and they're like, oh, I hate it how it does this, I hate it how it does that. We're looking at redoing how the whole action menu system works. But if we just redid everything all the time, then no one would ever play the game and it will never come out. So we've really reached a point now where we've said, okay, we're just going to finish off the big bugs and then just release it. So you can see even now, this is a server under extreme amount of strain. Something's wrong with it. Probably the latest build has something wrong in it. But even then, it's still kind of playable.
No, it looks awesome. It seriously does. Here's a good question. So even though you're already done with like animations and whatnot, is it possible to get you back in the bodysuit and in the mocap studio again? just for fun.
I'm sure we can do that, definitely.
Okay. Okay. We'll get a camera crew over there ASAP and we'll set it all up.
Indeed.
Okay. Good. Okay.
I don't have to do the right-click thing. I could put it in my hands and then just select the action menu, but for some reason I find, especially seeing how you can still move around with the inventory screen, I tend to find that I spend a lot of time in here. And I just do the actions from here. So it's really over to everyone how they want to do it.
Here's a pretty good question right here, actually. At launch, will people be able to host their own servers, or will they have to wait before they can host their own?
So this is kind of the million-dollar question. I guess one of the big problems that we have is trying to ensure security, and we just don't know. We don't know about all the vulnerabilities. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff that we've patched and changed. Entire systems are completely changed, but you're just never quite sure. So what we're really going to do is whatever it takes to really secure it. So we've actually been working with some of the people who hosted the mod to see if we can get servers for launch, and then we're just going to have to kind of take it as it comes and see what happens.
All right. Here's a question that's been answered in the past, but it's a good question. Are there any explosives in the game, like IEDs, grenades, etc.?
We still have the code for it, but we're again, it's kind of if you want to do something, you want to do it properly. So an example being dropping items, throwing items, rather than making it so that only grenades can be thrown and stuff like that. We want to make it so that players can throw anything. And to do that, we're using this new physics library, Bullet Physics, which is a middleware. So you purchase a license to use the thing or whatever, and you can implement it. Actually, I think it's open source. And so we've been working on that, and that's kind of part of how we're doing, I guess physics and throwing and stuff like that. We've been looking at how to do flares and that, but I really think that we should actually just wait and do it properly after the alpha, have it so that you can throw any items and all that kind of stuff. And
Very
I guess
nice.
that applies to everything. It's kind of disappointing, I'm sure, for some people, but I just think it's really important, and I kind of hope that what we're showing so far gives people an idea that, you know, if we take the time and we do it properly, that good things can come from it.
Absolutely. So, overall, in testing, you guys have come to the conclusion that it is running smoother and better than the mod, and that it's definitely ready for people soon to check out. Absolutely.
Yeah, well, I mean, I should have upped the resolution for this a bit for Twitch, but I just don't want to screw around with it now in case it crashes. But it's definitely, we've noticed an improvement on client frame rate, although we haven't focused on client frame rate yet. That will be something that we'll focus on later. We have some problems with the way textures are managed, which is one of the reasons for the slowdown when you're inside like a city or something like that.
Right, right.
So, you know, there's a few people on the server.
Here's a question from Big Hoss. Will a player get single broken limbs, i.e. a left arm, a right arm, left leg, right leg, etc., or is it just legs?
We're looking at getting fractures in and stuff like that, but we haven't got that in yet. That's, again, it's something I'm really big on, and we want to kind of do that when we do the sounds and stuff like that, so that you can get cues, so that you can actually hear that it's happening and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm just demoing people that you can actually take stuff while you're running.
How many hotkeys can you have on your bar?
10.
And that's good. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so it's the 1 to 0 keys. I don't really use them that much. I tend to find I do pretty much everything from in here. You can actually, you know, close the containers. I can take the magazine off, strip it of its ammunition. Whoa. Brian, we've got a nice cool little bug there. I just doubled my ammunition. Let's see if it does that again. All right. Is it server performance related? So it's only doing it once. So this is an example of, this is why it's so important for us to improve server frame rate and stability and stuff like that, so that we don't have those kind of bugs. Things that happen when the server frame rate gets low.
Mm-hmm.
We're actually thinking of having it that the server won't run if it gets below 10 frames. It will actually tell people I need to be restarted or something like that.
Oh, there goes my chat again. Damn it. Derpy derp. Okay. That backpack looks awesome.
Oh yeah.
Is there still the coyote backpack too?
No, so what we did is, it's the kind of thing we've done with everything. So we've said, okay, we're going to make everything really good. And everything has its own damage textures and all that kind of stuff. So we've put a lot of effort into that. And at the moment there are 4 backpacks. There's a smaller sort of school bag style backpack. There's this mountaineering backpack. There's a hunting backpack, which is a much more traditional Russian style. There's an improvised backpack that you can craft from like a burlap sack, sticks and a rope. Yeah.
Cool. That's awesome.
It's the kind of thing that each week we'll be releasing new items, and one week there'll be a Alice pack come in, that kind of stuff.
That is really, really cool.
So I see people getting a bit hurt about it in the chat. It's really just rather than copying everything over that was previously in the game, we decided that we wanted to redo it with the latest techniques, with much improved quality. Like, maybe you can't see it, but if you compare this running animation to the mod one, unarmed, like, it's much better, and actually the proportions are. So I know some people didn't like the new skeleton, but actually the proportions of the forearms are real humans now, whereas previously in armor they weren't.
I loved the way those long, stiff arms looked in Arma 2. I thought it was beautiful.
Yeah, that caused us a real
Paddles that you
problem. So.
flapped. Arm paddles. No, the skeleton looks good, I think. That looks great. Well, actually, let me turn up my volume on stream for a second. So, the sounds, this is just me being nitpicky, the sounds of your feet whenever you run.
Mm-hmm.
Is it always going to be like that loud, or are you guys like fixing and fine-tuning sound design too as you guys are getting close to the alpha release?
So we got one of the... What the heck's up here? We got one of the Arma 3 team to actually join us and help out and suggest a few changes. We've hired a new audio designer, and he is going to be responsible for helping us basically improve the sounds. So we have changed the sounds a little bit, the noises of the feet. Another thing I think I mentioned online, I might have mentioned it in the stream, one of the new programmers we got, one of his first tasks was to allow it so that different footwear can actually change the sound that your feet is making.
Okay, that's awesome. That's what I was.
But unfortunately, for that to happen, we need new sounds, and it's a lot of work to add new sounds. Like, there's about 20 different types of landscape, like gravel or grass and that. So for each new footwear type, we'll have to go through and record those sounds. It's not. It just takes time.
Right.
So.
Right.
Well, we got a lot of people were very upset that we kept the same sounds. So Brian actually went through and spent a bit of effort to actually pull in some different sounds, and then we got the Arma 3 audio guy to make some little changes and stuff like that.
Brian's my hero.
He is.
My hero.
What's he doing? He's playing with his phone, looking at me funny.
When is Athos going over there? Do you
When
know?
is who?
Athos, the doggy.
Little puppy man.
Oh, the puppy. I see the puppy. I'm not sure. I don't trouble myself with these trivial domestic matters. I want to get a cat or a dog, but I don't think I'm allowed. I have to become a permanent resident or something. If I can get one.
Really?
Yeah.
Crazy. Just pick up a stray. Bring in like 4 or 5 stray animals and just make friends with them.
I have a stray Matt and a stray Brian. I think that's enough.
Where is Matthias? Is he not around today?
I think he's with his lady friend.
He's on a date.
He is on a date.
Oh, that is the most precious thing I've ever heard.
It is. They were whispering to each other at work today.
Did they hold hands?
Probably. I didn't want to look around.
That's the cutest thing I've ever heard in my life.
So I guess the thing that I am most pleased with is the inventory system. I think it's really cool, and I think that's... What do you reckon, Tash? You're here. You say so, you've been playing it. You say some stuff. I have no ability to have any perspective because I've been working on this for 2 years. So all I see is the problems.
Well, from my perspective, it's fucking awesome. I think that's.
You might be a little biased. You might want to provide... I have hit the edge of the map. Oh my god.
Cool.
Debug planes. Here I am.
That's awesome.
It's called vamping, isn't it? When you try and fill up what's happening. At least they haven't died yet in this stream. Someone just asked, who's the little boy talking?
That there's little Tashi. Hello, Tashi.
That's my chimney sweep, governor.
I shine the shoes for 2 pennies every week.
Oh, 2 little pieces of copper. Oh.
We're also going to have it that you can shoot birds too. We haven't fixed that yet.
Oh, that is amazing. That is freaking awesome. That'd be fun. I can just see people just going bird hunting all the time.
Well, we want to put a lot into the hunting. We're probably a couple of days away from the animals being implemented properly. So we've got the AI done. I just have to position them in. We're just going to be really careful when we add new stuff because of server performance and that. So something I've added today has screwed up server performance, and that's why I lost my cooker.
Oh. Ooh, can you confirm the addition of a Sasquatch or Bigfoot in game?
We don't have a Sasquatch or Bigfoot, I'm afraid.
Oh.
We do have, yeah, we do employ some Sasquatches, but
Any other wildlife that we could possibly expect besides birds and rabbits, etc.?
so we've got a deer, we've got
Ooh,
a
pretty.
rat,
Mm.
so there's boar, there's sheep, which people have already seen before. No, animals are not remodeled bicycles. So we've actually hired an animator, and his job is going to be specifically doing animals. So part of our later on stage in the roadmap, one of the first, I guess, big things we're going to put in terms of animals is actually horses. So we know how to do them. And we're already actively working on, from an animation standpoint, the dog as well, which was long rumored to come into the mod, and I don't think it ever did. And, so yeah, dog and horse, I'm quite excited about.
That is amazing. Oh man, I am so excited.
Oh, I almost forgot. So, I wish I'd sort of hacked myself in this, but you can get I showed Brian this before, a pistol holster. So we've now created proxies within proxies, which allow us to do holsters. We can add attachment slots to the back. So see on my backpack here, I've got these little straps. What we're going to have it, and I haven't got this for here, I've only got it working for the holster. You'll be able to drag the baseball bat like on there, and instead of going inside the backpack, it can actually attach it to the side of it. So you don't have to.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I think that's going to be quite awesome.
That's really cool. Yeah.
So excited.
Can I show the low graphic mode? The graphics are pretty low at the moment. You can ask any questions as well. They don't have to be like correct, or you can even say that doesn't look so good or this doesn't look so good. Otherwise, I'll just have to talk because we've got to try and manage people's expectations. Mind you, this plenty's gone wrong in this stream, so I think one thing that we are looking at doing is the ability to repair items and stuff like that. Your tooltips for
Very
this
cool.
is broken, but.
Alright guys, let's get some good questions.
It's foggy at the moment. The weather's coming in a bit. I think it's still dawn.
Sun looks good through the tree there. That's awesome. Back to the game, huh?
Nice.
Chainsaws? Question mark.
Yep, chainsaws are in. They still need a bit of work though, just from an animation perspective and things like that.
Right.
In terms of how you hold them and revising all that kind of stuff.
Cannibalism confirmed? Question mark.
Yes.
Ooh.
So we can go people hunting.
That's my favorite activity in DayZ.
Everybody hates it how I use the compass all the time. I think I got like... Oh, I need to remove it. I can remove it from having that little action menu thing there. You don't need it. You don't really care if you open and close the cover. I've made an orienteering compass, which is really cool because you can adjust the slide like it is in real life.
That looks so freaking cool. Wow. Oh man, I want this game now. Oh.
Yeah, but look at all the bug we just had before. I guess the real big one is that doppelganger, and you saw that before, where you join in this two of your character. That's like an absolute blocker that has to be solved.
Right.
And I'll try going back through the changes I made so that we don't have the problem we did before, where like when I was doing this, it wasn't working and that kind of stuff. So it works 99% of the time, but then it's just sometimes it doesn't, and we need to stop those sometimes it doesn't times from happening. What are these? Painkillers here.
So stashes and tents and whatnot, are they persistent after server restarts? Can we still save them?
We're about
etc.?
halfway along having persistent objects in the world. They're not going to hold up the alpha, so that so it's doable. It's on our roadmap. It's coming pretty quickly after the alpha. And it won't just be tents and stuff like that. I guess the The big one is probably tent stashes, also notes, and